The following is a special presentation from Idaho News 6. For 35 years, a Treasure Valley tradition celebrating the game on the greens. While history is made on the course, big donations are made to local charities, and friends and families come together, creating memories to last a lifetime.
My dad and I get to come together and share something together.
From the fairways to the foothills, this is Inside the Ropes, the Albertsons Boise Open, presented by Chevron, brought to you by Pacific Office Automation. Now, here are your hosts, Idaho News 6 Don Nelson and Tournament Executive Director Jeff Sanders.
Thanks for joining us for this Idaho News 6 special as we gear up for the 35th annual Albertsons Boise Open presented by Chevron. I'm senior reporter Don Nelson, joined by Tournament Executive Director Jeff Sanders with Jeff Sanders Entertainment. Jeff, a very familiar face around here. You'll see him all week long, but you have to keep pace with them because you're walking around all over the place.
Well, I am moving quick, but Don, thanks for having me. And yes, 35 years. It's amazing, and we're still here, and we're going to have a great time and a great week.
Yeah, take a second. 35 years, and it's just amazing.
It is. You know, came over here 36 years ago, and, you know, no one could have ever convinced me we'd be sitting here 35 years later, but we are. It's going to be a great week.
Community-based in its focused tournament. This is something else. When you look at the numbers, $36 million raised since 1990. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here.
That's right. Proud of that number. Really proud of it. We're leading the league, let's call it. You know, no one on this tour is delivering that type of money to charity. So, and that is our scorecard, Don. So we're very proud of that number, and it's going to grow again. We gave $3 million the last 2 years to charity, and I think we're going to do it again this year. So that number is going to grow.
And we'll mention this throughout the program that you get to choose your charity. That's a
You do. The Mondelez Tickets for Charity program is a very special program. Not only does 100% of your ticket purchase go to charity, but you can select one of 40 charities here in Boise to give your money to, which no one else in golf does that.
A little later, we'll talk to Gary McCord about the level of play. Of course, Gary McCord, a very, very familiar face on the PGA Tour, a very famous broadcaster. We'll get to that. But the 30 golfers get a PGA Tour. It's part of a formula, right?
It is, and the formula is 4 finals events. We're number 1 final event. But if the pro that wins this golf tournament this year will win $270,000, and that'll be enough money to secure a card for next year. So all the guys want to get off to a fast start, win here, and you're on the tour next year. Yeah,
and we mentioned guys who have played here, the alumni. I mean, we think it's Scottie Scheffler, number 1 player in the world right now, right?
Well, Scottie Scheffler played here in 2019, walked these fairways, and he's won 6 times on the PGA Tour this year. So you're going to see the next Scottie out here.
So let's talk about the entertainment aspect of this. Golf by day, music by night.
Golfchella, Don, Golfchella. Yeah, we're excited about it. We love the model.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this year's lineup. We've had great acts here in the past, and people obviously show up. They go right down here on the 18th grade. The stage will be set up soon. You'll see it out there. The 24 lineup, not bad.
Oh, it's incredible. We've got John Pardee, everyone loves country in Boise, me included. And then Friday night, we've got Daryl Hall. John Holtz won't be here, but that's okay. Daryl does all the singing anyway. And then Goo Goo Doll Saturday night is sold out, but 3 great shows, 3 great nights.
So this tournament, again, popular to the Boise community for several reasons. The tickets are still available, so get yours now. We'll talk about that a little later on in the show, too, about the 100% of the sales that go into the community. You get to pick the charities that you would like to go.
Right.
I do have to mention that our Meridian neighborhood reporter, Allie Tripke, spoke with a number of local charities to hear more on how money from your ticket positively impacts our community.
Millions of dollars have gone back into the community through the Albertsons Boise Open Ticket Support Charities program. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Allie Tripke, and nonprofits like the Idaho Humane Society are able to provide services to those in need through the funding that they receive through ticket sales. Dozens of local foundations and nonprofits receive funding from ticket sales in the Albertsons Boise Open.
A huge boost is the way that the Albertsons Boise Open engages our community. It's just these $30 tickets here and there, and it can make such a difference in our mission and can really impact all the animals that we serve at the Idaho Humane Society.
This is because fans will purchase tickets through the Mondelez Ticket Support Charity Program, where 100% of ticket sales go to local charities and back into our community.
We really rely on grants and donors and events like the Boise Open. It's a game changer for us.
Last year was the first time Faces of Hope benefited from tournament ticket sales, and they say they raised almost $22,000 to go towards their mission of supporting victims of domestic violence.
We help people of all ages. We see children, we see adults, we help support our elderly. What the goal is to offer complete wraparound services so that they don't have to navigate the community when they're in crisis.
Another longtime recipient of ticket funds is Camp Rainbow Gold. Their mission is to provide emotionally empowering experiences to Idaho children diagnosed with cancer and their families.
The funds from Albertsons Boise Open are key to our summer camps. They support sending the kids to camp. And so we're so appreciative of this effort.
If you can't attend the tournament, there are many ways to make an impact on our community.
We also always need volunteers. So if you can't write a check, we are thrilled to have you come and help us with our operations.
You can give clothes for Hope's Closet. If you have, something wonderful in our toy area for the kiddos that they play with while they're waiting for their next counseling session.
We accept donations any day of the week, any time of the year. I like to say big or small, we love them all. All donations, all animals, big or small, we love them all.
Details on how to give back and how to purchase tickets can be found on this story on our website, idahonews6.com. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Allie Tripke for Idaho News 6.
This is amazing. 40 charities benefiting from the ticket sales that are raised here, because we talked about the money going right back into the community at the 2023 Albertsons Boise Open. 5 receiving a substantial donation. Let's take a look at these numbers, Jeff. $164,000 to the Idaho Humane Society. That's unbelievable. $43,000 to Make-A-Wish Foundation of Idaho. $33,000 to Camp Rainbow Gold. Nearly $31,000 to First Tee Idaho. I have to put a little plug in. Both my kids did the First Tee program. It's great. Get your kids playing early. And nearly $22,000 to the Faces of Hope Foundation. Again, that's why we're here.
Those are big numbers. That's why we're here. Those numbers are going to make a difference. It's fantastic, Don. This is what it's all about.
Yeah. So stick around. When we come back, we'll show you all the wonderful ways you can enjoy this tournament. And Jeff will share some of his inside tips to help ensure you'll have a good time. The fan experience next.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. As the largest independent dealer of office technology and equipment in the U.S., we help businesses thrive and win by helping you find your total office solution for copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, telephone systems, data security, and more. Experience our uncommon commitment to customer service at pacificoffice.com. Problem solved.
Good morning, Idaho!
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Telling the stories of your community live and right from where they're happening.
And we are getting a beautiful shot behind me to start our day.
With more morning reporters and more local coverage.
We'll have continuing coverage.
I'll continue to keep you updated here throughout the morning.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning Idaho. Weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on Idaho News 6.
Life is about the little things. And the little choices we make go a long way. Snacking a little better. Being a little less forgetful. And a little more mindful. It's a journey, but it's worth it. We're here to make it easier. Introducing Sincerely Health, featuring nutrition goals, prescription reminders, and more. Earn rewards for better choices when you sign up in the Albertsons app.
Idaho News 6, in your neighborhood.
Fan fan experience, because that's what it's all about, Jeff. Tickets include admission to the golf tournament and concert. We'll show you the venues for the fans in just a second. But we want to talk about, how does this tournament compare to the others? And I know you're going to be a little biased.
I have to be biased.
Yeah.
We think it's the best value on the Korn Ferry Tour, because not only do you come out and watch PGA Tour golf, but you then stay for a world-class music show. When you put the two together, people say to me all the time, is it $30 for the golf, or is it $30 for the golf and the show? I said, what do you think? They say, well, it must be just for the golf. I said, no, they're both together. So the most affordable event, the most fun event. I hope you like beer, because there's a lot of places to get one.
Okay, well, let's run down this list here. Let's see if I can get through it, right? Because I'm kind of thirsty myself right now. Albertsons Wine Bar and Chill Zone climate-controlled skybox. That's next to the very popular 16th green indoor and outdoor seating. More than 15 varieties of chilled wine, only a few steps away from the concert venue after golf. But that's a great vantage point to watch.
Great place.
Right down here.
On number 16 green, par 5. Lots of birdies are made there. Lots of eagles, lots of action. And the wine's great, and it is cool in there if it's a warm day.
Okay. Corona Premier Beach Club. You can enjoy the sun and shade. The venue located on the 10th green. Views of both the 10th and 18th tees. Two of the most exciting shots of the tournament. Ice cold beer, right?
I love that location.
Yeah.
It's on the 10th green. Again, short hole, lots of birdies made. But you can see the 18th tee shots. You can see two different things. And again, go to the beach.
Yeah,
the Premier
go to
Club.
the beach.
Yeah.
Coors Light fan deck behind the 18th green. Finishing hole champion is crowned. Picturesque views of downtown Boise and the Boise foothills and the Treasure Valley. Michelob Ultra Fan Pavilion, which is located on the 16th green. Lunch, full bar every time a player. This is a nice little twist here. Every time a player shoots a birdie or better. It could be better. Beers are half price, and they call it Beers for Birdies.
Beers for Birdies.
I'm guessing that's pretty popular among the fans.
Well, it starts early because there's a birdie in every foursome, every group. So, again, half-price beers, and I can't think of a time where there weren't just birdie after birdie, so people get down there. So it's the place to be.
Yeah,
it's the
one
place to
per
be.
foursome. Well, they're that good, right?
They're that good.
They're
these guys are amazing. They love the 16th hole. Lots of birdies.
Okay. Jeff, a lot of amazing fan venues to enjoy, but there's one special venue reserved for military members, veterans, first responders. It's called the Heroes Outpost. Neighborhood reporter Steve Dent introduces us to a veteran who comes with his father to enjoy the Heroes Outpost every year.
The fan experience at the Boise Open really makes this tournament unique, and one of the most special aspects to that includes the Heroes Outpost. I'm U.S. Army veteran Steve Dent, and for veterans, they can come together at the Heroes Outpost, and for one father and son, it has helped them bond and connect through golf. Rob Anderson founded Neptune Warrior, a nonprofit aimed at helping veterans heal through scuba diving. And every summer, this Air Force veteran has something to look forward to.
I love the Heroes Outpost.
When his father flies in from Texas, and the two enjoy the Boise Open.
He's an avid golf fan. He has taught me a love for the sport. His trip up here is something I look forward to every year.
Rob told me he doesn't share many similar interests with his father, so this opportunity to bond at the Boise Open has been really important. And when the tournament rolls around, you will find these two hanging out at the Heroes Outpost.
It's an incredible experience. It's a chance to give back to my dad, and I'm so thankful that we have that.
We've actually interviewed Rob twice over the years at the Heroes Outpost.
I mean, the players walk right by us.
Where veterans come together to enjoy golf with free lunch, refreshments, and a first-class viewing area of the competition.
It's something that is really unique. I haven't seen in a lot of other communities, and the opportunity to sit there with other veterans and to share their stories, all the various generations, all the way from, the global war on terror. I meet veterans from my era of Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Vietnam and Korean. It's just a chance for all those veterans to come together, and it's a really rewarding experience, and I really appreciate what they do.
This initiative is the Boise Open's way of saluting service, as the Heroes Outpost is open to first responders, active duty service members, veterans, and their families. It helps Rob take a break from helping his fellow veterans through Neptune Warrior.
My dad and I get to come together and share something together, and for me, it's an opportunity to give back to my dad for all the times that he sat by the phone when I would go and do deployments, for all the years that he was worried about me when I was traveling overseas.
Veterans still need to purchase a ticket to the Boise Open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to access the Heroes Outpost, but they do get 2 free tickets for the final round on Sunday. And I enjoy hanging out at the Heroes Outpost myself. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Steve Dent, for Idaho News 6.
As a recap, the Heroes Outpost is for active and retired military, veterans, and first responders. The ticket to the outpost comes with a complimentary lunch and free drinks. And on Sunday, you can claim 2 free tickets to the final round. Just bring your ID to the tournament entrance for verification.
That's right. Got to thank United Rentals for sponsoring this every year, Don.
Yeah, and you don't need the wristband for any of these venues that we just mentioned, right?
No cover charges. No cover charges. $30 ticket gets you into the golf tournament, the concert, and all these fan-friendly venues around the golf course. I hope you like beer, because beer is available at most places.
You're making it easy on folks. Rob and his father, not only are regular fans of this tournament, neighborhood reporter Alexander Huddleston introduces us to a super fan who's attended the Albertsons Boise Open every year for more than a decade. And this super fan says that this year could be the most special of all.
Golf fans in the Treasure Valley rejoice as the 2024 Albertsons Boise Open returns. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Alexander Huddleston, and I met up with one super fan to talk about his excitement for this year's tournament.
I mark it off on my calendar to never miss it. So I've only missed it like twice in my life going here.
Joey Jenkins, a local radio on-air personality, explained why the annual tournament is one of his favorite events of the year.
I think for me, I'm a lover of golf, but living in Boise, you don't get Masters doesn't come here, obviously. That's in Georgia. And so for me as a golf fan, it's a perfect event. And so I think once I went to my first one years and years ago, I fell in love.
Jenkins explained that the tournament just brings a special aura to the valley.
It is summer in Boise, which is already great. Hillcrest Country Club is one of the most beautiful golf courses you're ever going to see.
But one of Jenkins' favorite things is trying to pick out the future stars who play in the tournament.
Every year there's, you're trying to figure out who's the next big name in golf. And what's crazy is like 2 or 3 years later, they're normally playing on the PGA Tour. So it was about it was probably maybe 6 years ago. Bryson DeChambeau was at the driving range, and we literally hung out at the driving range, talked to him for a while.
For those who don't follow the sport, Jenkins met the now 2024 U.S. Open champion. But as cool as it is to meet the big names of the future, Jenkins says there is something even more special about this year.
This is going to be the first year I think we're going to bring our 2 boys because they're starting to really like golf.
Jenkins hopes that this experience will be a lifelong memory for his kids, as well as the beginning of an annual tradition.
I always joke with my wife, Lauren, but she's always like, well, what are we going to do when we're retired? And I'm like, I'm going to play golf every day. And she goes, don't you think you'll get bored of playing golf every day? And I go, no, I will never get bored of playing golf.
Joey tells me he's going to keep practicing his swing, but in the meantime, he's very excited to see the pros perform. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Alexander Huddleston, Idaho News 6.
How to enjoy the tournament. I mean, walking around this course is going to be unbelievable. It's such a beautiful setting. Of course, we talked about the backdrop of downtown Boise and the foothills. Parade style, cross-country style, who to follow, where to sit, golf etiquette. I mean, there's some things that you have to bring with you, right?
That's right.
A little info.
Well, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of ways to watch golf. One of the ways to watch golf is crazy, but start on the 18th green and walk the golf course backwards. That's a parade, but all the golf shots are always coming at you that way, and so are the players. It's one way to do it. The other way to do it is come over on this side of the golf course, okay, and end up out here on the 18th green and sit and watch golf and watch them come in and putt, chip, do things like that. So either watch your favorite player start on the first tee, go the full 18, so you can do that, or sit in one location as they all come through so you can see them all hit a shot. So there's so many different ways to enjoy this. But most importantly, find the place that's closest to the watering hole that you like the best so you can get there quickly.
What would you say is the one thing about golf etiquette for folks who may have never been to a golf tournament? Because there's a lot of new people here to the Valley. We're going to have thousands of people coming through here. Yeah. If someone new to a tournament, there is some golf etiquette involved here, right?
Well, golf etiquette is interesting. It's the only sport where you're not supposed to, there's no sound, right? So just be aware when you're out in the golf course and a player's getting over the ball ready to hit it, be quiet. That's all. That's the best one. Don't move and be quiet. Don't wave your arms.
Until they take a birdie putt, then you can...
Then go nuts.
Then you go nuts,
Yeah.
Okay. And a note for those of you wondering how you'll get to the tournament for drivers, there's free parking at the Boise Town Square parking lot. That's near Dillard's. Right. Okay, from there you can take a free shuttle. Stress the word free to the tournament entrance. The same shuttles will take you back to your car over at the mall.
Free.
Free. ADA parking is available at Hillcrest Country Club. And for those of you hitching a ride, there's a designated drop-off, Uber and Lyft on the corner of Pond Street and Greenbrier Drive across from Hillcrest Clubhouse. So if you want to Uber or take a Lyft, it's also available. So
highly recommend the Uber.
Yeah,
it's a real good idea.
Yes. So far, we've heard about the charities the Albertsons Boise Open supports and the many ways you can enjoy this tournament this weekend. And next, we're learning about, you guessed it, the golf. We're talking about the elite level of play you'll see when we come back.
Idaho.
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning Idaho. Weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on Idaho News 6.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. As the largest independent dealer of office technology and equipment in the U.S., we help businesses thrive and win by helping you find your total office solution for copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, telephone systems, data security, and more. Experience our uncommon commitment to customer service at pacificoffice.com. Problem solved.
Idaho News 6, in your neighborhood.
Hey, it's me, food. I'm so much more than just what we eat. I'm hand-cut, fresh and frosted. I love it. Aw, I love you too. See, life is always something new. All messy, frantic, and amazing. And from where I sit, you look delicious. That's why every day is worth celebrating. If you can. Stay fresh. Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Albertsons.
Good morning, Idaho.
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Telling the stories of your community live and right from where they're happening.
And we are getting a beautiful shot behind me to start our day.
With more morning reporters and more local coverage.
We'll have continuing coverage.
I'll continue to keep you updated here throughout the morning.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning Idaho. Weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on Idaho News 6.
For the past 35 years, Hillcrest Country Club and the Albertsons Boise Open has hosted PGA Tour golfers competing for their chance to earn a PGA Tour card. I had the opportunity and pleasure to catch up with legendary golfer and commentary Gary McCord. What a treat it was to meet this gentleman, to learn more about what sets these golfers apart. Take a listen. So, Gary, let's talk about the level of play that we're going to see at the 2024 Albertsons Boise Open presented by Chevron.
Yeah, and it's, you know, these kids out here on this tour are really good, because it's basically these are the next superstars that are coming through on their way to the PGA Tour. So it's a good glimpse. You can come out here and watch these guys that now are stars in their infancy when they're starting the game. And it's the whole process. There are so many good young players, and you know, the Korn Ferry Tour and this tour being the top of the food chain. Yeah. on the Korn Ferry Tour, you see your next stars, the guys you're looking at, like Oberg and all those guys. Yes,
that have
they're
played
all
this course.
Right.
Right. Scotty Scheffler, of course, the top golfer in the world right now. What makes, people say they come out here and watch these guys strike the ball, and is an extension of the PGA tournament. But what's that fine line? Is it the putting? Is it the chipping? Or it depends on the player?
You never know. Okay, I'd like to have a guy that never quits.
Oh,
okay, because the talent, you can go out and look and they all swing the same. They're all They're all nurtured with biomechanics that are perfect now and everything else. Not like the old days when I played and you go by and you're watching Miller Barber flick his elbow up in the air and Trevino going this way and Nicholas. You could go and there were fingerprints. Now they all look like the tops of trophies, golf trophies, right? They're all perfect. So you got to find out
here,
what's
here and here,
yeah,
right?
When it gets going tough, who's guys going to hang around when they're not going so good?
Okay.
And to try to win, and you see that, and it starts here. Right. It starts at this level to build to go to the tour, and like Scotty, right?
Yeah.
Didn't quit.
Yeah.
You know, and he's the best. He's the best in the world by far now. So it's an interesting situation.
Get out here, watch these fine golfers, and there will be a future superstar here at the Boise Open. Thanks, Gary.
You got it.
Albertsons Boise Open Executive Director Jeff Sanders joining us once again, a very familiar place around Hillcrest Country Club this time of year. Jeff, the level of play, the level of golf talent, historic golfers. We mentioned Scotty Scheffler, the best player on the planet right now.
Well, the difference between these guys and the PGA Tour players is a depth of a dollar bill. I mean, there's no difference. But the guys who've come through here, the recent U.S. Open champion Bryson DeChambeau, Ricky Fowler, of course, very popular, Scotty, Hovland, Schauffele, they've all been here on their way. Bubba Watson, and they've all come through here. And they go out on the tour and they win. 26 out of 31 tournaments this year on the PGA Tour have been won by players who played in the Albertsons Boise
And as
Open.
Gary just mentioned, your good friend Gary McCord said it's here,
right here,
and here,
right here. It's mental, primarily, because they all swing it perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no quit, no give up from the stomach, right? So you've got to have those two, in addition to the mechanics, to be able to survive out here on the PGA Tour.
The pros are not the only golfers that will get their chance to swing a club at Hillcrest this weekend. Sunday is Junior Day, a chance for our kids to learn from Rocky Mountain Section PGA professionals. Neighborhood reporter Jessica Davis shows us one organization that teaches life lessons through golf.
Every day we're getting closer to the Boise Open. I'm your neighborhood reporter Jessica Davis with more on how one organization is getting young golfers ready for life on and off the green. On the last day of the Boise Open, First Tee Idaho and St. Luke's Health Plan are partnering together.
It's our first year being a sponsor, and I think we're just really excited to be aligned with a local event that's really helping a lot of community partners with the way they give back.
I just wanted the kids to come out, and I don't want to say it's a fair type setup, but it's just a lot of different stations where you can do things from, a long drive with a marshmallow, or color a golf ball, or play some putting and chipping games. So just some different activities kids can do when they're on the grounds that day.
Nick Blasius is the executive director for First Tee Idaho, a program teaching key life lessons through golf.
Golf is our vehicle to try to have a positive impact on young people's life, right? And so, like I just mentioned, those key commitments, that's a huge part of our curriculum and a big component of our education with these kids coming out here.
Aside from Junior Day, First Tee Idaho has programs in the fall, spring, and summer, teaching the basics to beginners and brushing up skills for amateurs. What's your favorite thing about golfing?
Normally full swing, because I like hitting it far.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. There's something in me really likes it.
They teach you things that maybe you didn't know, and they put you at levels that are right for you, and they don't just put easy things for you. There's some challenging.
St. Luke's Health Plan and First Tee Idaho are glad to be partnering for an event they describe as a great opportunity to be active in their community.
Golf, sports, other activities that families are doing together are going to help with mental wellness. They're going to help with relationships. So really it helps strengthen that overall health, and that's what we're all about.
Our golf lessons cater to golfers 7 to 18 years old. And to learn more about First Tee Idaho and how to get involved, you can visit this story on IdahoNews6.com. I'm your neighborhood reporter Jessica Davis reporting for Idaho News 6.
What a great story, Jeff. You want to thank some folks too, right?
Well, St. Luke's Health Plan is our new sponsor for Junior Day, and Junior Day to me is the best day of the week.
Why is that? Why?
Well, it's the final round. We got to grow the game of golf, right? That's part of what we're doing here. Bringing the kids out. That's where it all started. When I was a junior golfer in Portland, Oregon, it started me into this game. And I remember going out and watching professional tournaments and motivating myself to want to play the game and play the game at the highest level I could. It all started, though, with junior golf. And on Sunday, Junior Day is a great day because we're going to crown the champion out here on the 18th green. The kids come out, take lessons, free lunch, hats, all the fun stuff, but then they get to watch golf, and maybe it inspires them to take this game seriously and play it their entire life.
Yeah, those teachers in first tee, they're something else.
First tee, not only is it golf, but they teach you integrity, etiquette, confidence, all of it in one package.
They taught my kids, don't yell at your younger sister, and little sister, don't yell at your older brother.
And don't throw clubs.
And don't throw clubs, exactly. Well, concerts, charities, PGA golf, but that's not all. We introduce you to the hundreds of volunteers and the organizations responsible for putting this incredible tournament on next.
Hey there, it's me. Food. Whenever you need me, I'm ready for you. Especially when you're busy. And you're always busy. But no matter what, we find time for this. So go ahead and enjoy the moment. Because there's plenty to go around. Keep it easy, my friends. Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Albertsons.
Idaho News 6, in your neighborhood.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. As the largest independent dealer of office technology and equipment in the U.S., we help businesses thrive and win by helping you find your total office solution for copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, telephone systems, data security, and more. Experience our uncommon commitment to customer service at pacificoffice.com. Problem solved.
Good morning, Idaho!
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Telling the stories of your community live and right from where they're happening.
And we are getting a beautiful shot behind me to start our day.
With more morning reporters and more local coverage.
We'll have continuing coverage.
I'll continue to keep you updated here throughout the morning.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning Idaho, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m., only on Idaho News 6. An Idaho News 6 special, Inside the Ropes, the Albertsons Boise Open, presented by Chevron, continues now. Hundreds of community members coming together to host some of the future greats in the game.
I've been a volunteer for 35 years from day one.
While the support of thousands leads to the betterment of our community.
It's a great way to be able to not only experience the city, but support the businesses here. It's a big, big impact.
Here again are your hosts, Idaho News 6, Don Nelson, and Tournament Executive Director, Jeff Sanders.
Thanks for joining us for this Idaho News 6 special of the 35th Annual Albertsons Boise Open presented by Chevron. We've got much more for you in the next half hour, but we turn now to the people who put this tournament on. And Jeff, it does take a village to put this on. I understand there are, if I get this right, 20 committees involved in the tournament. What are some of the most notable or, let's say, under-recognized committees out on the course?
Well, probably the most notable would be your marshals. They're the ones that are out there. Most people think they're just watching golf because they have the best seat in the house. Right. But actually, they're holding up those quiet signs to make sure everybody keeps quiet when the players are hitting. Probably the most under-recognized would be ecology. We have this statement called no trash on the grass. And really, these are all of our guests out here, Don. We've got to make sure that when this golf course, which is pristine, Hillcrest, it stays that way all week. And the ecology is a big part of that. Recycle, keep the trash clean, no trash on the grass. I don't know, 800 volunteers make this happen. Without them, there's no way to do it.
And there's no way talking about
wouldn't be here, and there'd be no way to give any money to charity. So the volunteers are like our, I don't know, they're the best. They're just the
extended
best.
family.
They are. They're the best. They're awesome.
Speaking of the volunteers, hundreds of volunteers keep everything running smoothly. Neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey shows us their efforts.
The Boise Open brings people from all over the country here to the Hillcrest Country Club, but the event wouldn't be possible without the help of the locals. I'm your neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey, and this year there will be about 850 volunteers helping out at the event to make sure things run smoothly.
I've been a volunteer for 35 years from day one.
Meet Jim Borchers, one of the Boise Open's longest running volunteers.
So I started on the ecology committee, which is a fancy name for picking up the garbage.
Jim tells me he's helped with everything from construction and security to parking and permits over his years of volunteering.
As volunteers, we're here to have a lot of fun. We're also here to serve because all of the money that we raise here goes to nonprofits in the community, and we want that to happen.
The event has raised nearly $36 million for charity since 1990.
If you didn't have the 850 volunteers, the event wouldn't be what it is now and what it's grown to be.
Amber Barnes is the volunteer coordinator for the Boise Open. Her job is to oversee all of the volunteers during the event.
It's pretty crazy to have 850 people to make sure that they're in the right spot where they need to be when they need to be, but we have a great group of committee chairs. We have about 22 committees, so we have about 22 committee chairs that kind of oversee their committee.
Volunteers can request to be on any of those 22 committees, which all have different roles. But for Jim, who's served on just about every committee possible, it doesn't matter what job he's filling.
It's really about being on one of the most beautiful golf courses in the Northwest, seeing professional golfers do their very best, and then just having a good time with one another.
The Boise Open covers the cost of volunteer uniforms, meals, concerts, and really everything they need for the event. It's a great way to get a front row seat to world-class golf here in Boise. Reporting from the Hillcrest Country Club, I'm your neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey for Idaho News 6.
Let's take a second, learn more about this guy.
Oh, no.
This is where I get to embarrass you, right? You've been the executive director of the Albertsons Boise Open for all 35 years, 40 years on the golf tournament business, 5 years on the tour. A lot of people don't know that. You know what it's like to be out there grinding every day, right?
I do. I was fortunate enough to play on the PGA Tour for 5 years. No wins. That's why I'm sitting with you right now. But, no, it's been a great run, you know, and a lot of it started right here at the Albertsons Boise Open back in 1989 when I came over here to meet with Joe Albertson and Warren McCain and others.
Is it true you played with the Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus?
I have. I played in the final group at the Greater Milwaukee Open on Sunday with Jack Nicklaus. I'd watched him on TV for years. I was leading the tournament, but I didn't win.
I bet there's a story there, but we'll get to that another
time.
program.
There's
a good one. Jeff Sanders Entertainment. Jeff has been the executive director of the tournament for all 35 years, as we just mentioned. What is your starting point when putting on a tournament of this size?
Well, you got to find a fantastic venue, and we've got one here at Hillcrest Country Club, and you've got to find a great title sponsor, and we've got one here with Albertson. So those two pieces made it easier for us to get started. And we just love coming to Boise. Boise's grown a lot. The tournament's grown with it. The entertainment model that we created is really made the difference, I think.
Yeah, and your team.
We have the best team.
Yeah,
you know, we're a boutique. You know, we're not a big supermarket. We're a small boutique company, but we try to focus on value. We try to focus on entertainment, and our scorecard is charity, and we're proud of the results on the charity scorecard, let's call it, Don. So it's been a great run, and a lot of it's due to the model, Golfchella.
In a way, you're saying it again. What led you to the world of golf and golf events? I mean, obviously, you grew up a golfer.
Well, I got off the tour in 1985, and I thought I'd take 1 year off and help start a big tournament in Portland, Oregon. My roommate, Peter Jacobson, in college, University of Oregon.
Heard of him.
I'm a Duck. Okay, I'm not a
I was just going to say you're in Boise, so when you say the Oregon Ducks, you got to be a little careful.
I understand, but
okay.
You know, here we are.
Okay.
And but anyway, so Peter and I got an event started there in 1986. Thought I'd go back on the tour after that and play again. Never went back. And I think we've ran 250 golf tournaments since that time over the last 37 or 8 years.
Okay, quick answer on a tough question. You have one memorable moment.
I do, and it was right here in Boise, Idaho. Arnold Palmer came here right on this 18th green for his 70th birthday, played in an exhibition here, 9 holes. I got to know Mr. Palmer very well after that, played golf with him. He was always my idol. His grandson, Sam Saunders, is trying to play on this tour and will be here, I think, to play in the tournament. Gave him a few starts. Arnold Palmer was the man. I mean, he started it all. And
he was a rock star. He was a rock star, right?
He was a rock star.
Yeah,
he was a rock star. And again, in my lifetime, he still remains, you know, my golfing idol and motivated me again as a young man to take up this game seriously. But right here on the 18th green, we gave him a birthday cake on his 70th birthday.
That's cool. And everybody sang to
pink
him,
shirt.
I would assume. Yeah,
pink shirt he had on, a pink shirt.
Oh, that's it. There you go. Jeff, we have to mention the gracious hosts here at Hillcrest Country Club. They've been a partner with you from the get-go, or you have been a partner with them, but a beautiful facility, this clubhouse, everything.
It's the perfect venue for us. It always has been. When I first came over here and saw this place, walked these fairways and played the golf course, I said, this is the home of the Albertsons Boise Open, hopefully for a long time. It sets up beautiful for us to have the concerts now to the right of the 18th fairway. So back then it was the best golf course for us in the community. There's a lot of good ones, but up on this hill with all the things that it offers from a competitive standpoint and from an entertainment standpoint, it's just been perfect. 35 years. It's been a great run. It's going to keep going.
You can't beat the views.
The views are unbelievable. The mountain views.
Yeah.
Well, how about our view right now?
Right. Not too bad. Not
it's
too
off
bad
the
at
charts.
All. Yeah, it is. And it takes a lot of work to get a course ready for a tournament. I had the opportunity to spend a whole day out here to see how they do that.
Specifically for the PGA Tour, we're probably going to be about 10 to 20% firmer.
Getting Hillcrest Country Club ready for the Boise Open,
there's lots of work to do,
is something Course Superintendent Matt Gorley takes very seriously.
We work diligently with the PGA Tour, so we have a PGA Tour agronomist that comes in and helps us with maintaining the golf course to their standards. So we could actually make the golf course more challenging if necessary by growing the rough up, making the greens firmer, faster, fairways firmer and faster, but we have set parameters that we maintain the golf course to for the Boise Open.
And if the golfers happen to miss the fairway, their second shot could be a little more challenging. Where it is right now, will it be taller and thicker than it is what we're standing on?
Yeah, so we maintain our rough at 2 inches for members every day. And so for the tournament, we actually increase that to 3 inches for the advanced week. The week before the tournament, we'll mow it one time at 3 inches, and then we'll just let it grow.
Speaking of members, Hillcrest General Manager Nolan Halterman says its members not only look forward to the tournament every year, but they embrace it.
Their excitement in hosting it and being part of I think something that's bigger than themselves, and that's what it contributes back to the community. And so the members get excited for it. I mean, who wouldn't, right? Being able to host a PGA Tour event and to say that we've hosted it for 34 years, that's pretty exciting.
So the course will be ready. The golfers for sure will be ready. The question now is, are you ready to have some fun? And we turn now to the title sponsor for all 35 years. Of course, we're talking about Albertsons. John Colgrove, president of Albertsons Intermountain Division, joins us now. And John, wow.
John, it's great to be here.
It's great to be here. This beautiful vantage.
It sure is.
Vista looking out over the valley. Why is it so important to Albertsons to remain involved in this tournament and give back to the community?
Well, absolutely. You know, as Joe Albertsons opened up our company right here in Boise, Idaho back in 1939. And when Joe built his first store, it was more than just a grocery store. It was really about giving back to the communities. And, you know, years and years, 80 plus years, we're still here living up to Joe's philosophy of giving back to the community.
Yeah.
And this is no different, right? The Albertsons Boise Open. Wow, what a great event this is, right?
Yeah.
And being involved in this for 35 years is just outstanding and so fun, right? And great for the community.
And from here, we can almost see Joe's first store at 16th and State.
That's
almost,
right. That's
almost.
right.
We're talking about the charities, the money, the money that is raised for these local charities in the valley.
Millions of dollars over the years, right? And, you know, one that really comes to my mind that I love is the Mondelez Ticket Support Charities Program, where 100% of the ticket sales goes right back to nonprofit organizations right here in our Treasure Valley, right? Over 40 organizations will benefit from this.
Talk about how your employees embrace this week.
Well, you know, it's certainly a cornerstone. Our associates love this event. They love coming out to the Boise Open. They love being a part of this. And it's just so fun for associates and for the customers and the guests that come here, right? There's so many things beyond just golf, right? There's great music, there's great food, great entertainment, really for all.
Yeah, it's a great family event.
It certainly is exciting.
All right, John, Albertsons, I tell you what, the connection, to have with this tournament is unbelievable. Now, speaking on behalf of those benefited in the community for putting this incredible tournament together, of course, those local charities. Some tickets are still available. 100% of ticket sales go to local charities. And thanks to the Mondelez Ticket Support Charity program, not only will ticket sales go to charities, but those who buy a ticket are able to choose which charity receives the money from their ticket purchase. You can get yours on AlbertsonsBoiseOpen.com. Now, millions go to our local charities, but as the tournament goes on, millions are also poured into our beautiful city of trees. Neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker shows us the local impact when we come back.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. As the largest independent dealer of office technology and equipment in the U.S., we help businesses thrive and win by helping you find your total office solution for copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, telephone systems, data security, and more. Experience our uncommon commitment to customer service at PacificOffice.com. Problem solved.
Good morning, Idaho!
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning Idaho, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m., only on Idaho News 6.
Life is about the little things. And the little choices we make go a long way. Snacking a little better. Being a little less forgetful. And a little more mindful. It's a journey, but it's worth it. We're here to make it easier. Introducing Sincerely Health, featuring nutrition goals, prescription reminders, and more. Earn rewards for better choices when you sign up in the Albertsons app.
Good morning, Idaho!
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Telling the stories of your community live and right from where they're happening.
And we are getting a beautiful shot behind me to start our day.
With more morning reporters and more local coverage.
We'll have continuing coverage.
I'll continue to keep you updated here throughout the morning.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning Idaho, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m., only on Idaho News 6.
Healthy choices go a long way. Make them easier with Sincerely Health. Manage your pharmacy needs, set nutritional goals, and earn rewards for healthy choices. Sign up for free in the Albertsons app.
The Albertsons Boise Open, presented by Chevron, reaches outside the boundaries of Hillcrest Country Club. So, Jeff, how many people actually attend this tournament? I'm guessing the numbers kind of continue to grow as it gets bigger and better.
They do, but there's about 50,000 that show up. You know, it's a great week. A lot of people come multiple days. We have a lot of people that come, you know, just for the day. So, but about 50,000 will come over the week of August 19 to 25 to Hillcrest.
Those are great numbers. While visitors flock in to enjoy the tournament, their wallet comes with them, of course. Neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker shows us just how much money the Albertsons Boise Open brings to town.
The Boise Open drawing tens of thousands of people to the City of Trees for the tournament's festivities. I'm Riley Shoemaker, downtown Boise neighborhood reporter, taking a look at how that flux in visitors impacts the local economy. For over 30 years, each summer, the Albertsons Boise Open has drawn visitors to the city. Lucas Gebhardt, sports sales manager for Visit Boise, the tourism division of the Boise Metro Chamber, tells me it's one of the biggest events the city sees all year.
This is one of the bigger ones of the year, and we're thrilled that it's here, and have it be here for 35 years is a big deal for the community.
According to Visit Boise, the event draws tens of thousands of people to the area, with an estimated 7,000 room nights sold in association with the event. Coupled with merchandise sales, restaurant visits, and more, the Boise Open generates millions of dollars in economic impact.
We think that this tournament brings in around about $4 million in direct economic impact to the Boise metro area. We know that just based off of ticketing information that we're able to get from the Boise Open after the event takes place. So all that equates to hotel rooms that the players or media or whoever's coming in to actually watch the tournament or stay for the concerts.
And whether you're a full-time Treasure Valley resident or just visiting,
Boise is just a fun city to come to in the summer. So, we obviously definitely encourage that. But it's just a fun event. You get 3 great nights of concerts, you get 4 awesome, days of golf. This is PGA Tour golf that you get to see in Boise. So we think that's pretty exciting.
now those numbers are from years past, so we won't have official numbers for this year until the tournament wraps up. I'm your downtown Boise neighborhood reporter, Riley Shoemaker for Idaho News 6.
To brag on our beautiful city a little bit more, we're joined now by Boise Mayor Lauren McLean. And Mayor, according to Visit Boise, these numbers are $5 million brought into the city from 2023 and at least $4 million expected this year in one weekend. So how do you explain to folks what kind of impact does $4 million have on our community?
Well, I gotta say, it's so excited to have this event here. 35th year, huge celebration, big year. This means a lot. I mean, $4 to $5 million invested in our community in a short period of time means our businesses are winning, our neighborhoods are seeing, more folks walk through them and frequent coffee shops and restaurants, and it's a great way to be able to not only experience the city but support the businesses here. It's a big, big impact.
And this tournament is also an opportunity to showcase Boise. What do you want folks from out of town to know about the City of Trees when they come here? Because we're going to have a lot of out-of-town folks coming in.
Yeah, we've got a lot of out-of-town folks coming in, big economic impact, but then so many Boiseans enjoy this event too. But when I talk to people about Boise, what I love to talk about is, first off, our people. Our residents, Boiseans, are so welcoming.
Boise nice.
Boise nice, but I'd say it's more than Boise nice. We are welcoming, authentic people that care deeply about this place, want people to experience the place as we experience it. So I'd encourage everybody to have a conversation with somebody on the Greenbelt while you're watching the golf or while you're listening to music. Boiseans like to share their ideas for what they love about this place and where you want to visit. But at the same time, make sure that you frequent our restaurants. You take a walk on the Greenbelt, you visit the Anne Frank Memorial.
And get up in the foothills.
Experience this view, but even better, yes, get up in the foothills in the morning before everything starts, and really feel what a great place
and
this
how
is.
awesome is it that millions of dollars have been raised that go to local charities?
You know what? It is awesome. It's a way. I'd say this: nonprofits are the lifeblood of our community. They partner with individuals to meet the needs of the city and to help us plan for the future, so that we can stay the Boise that we are, this safe and welcoming place. And to have an event that brings so much money in to nonprofit organizations that serve our city is huge, not only for the organizations, but most importantly for the people they serve.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, it's great to be here. I hope everybody enjoys this great event here. My executive assistant is volunteer. She'll be out there volunteering. I know so many others are. Well-run event, great community event. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. Tournament officials need to work closely alongside the City of Boise to ensure everything runs smoothly. Senior reporter Roland Barris met up with Tournament Director David Babcock to give us a bird's eye view of how everything comes together.
Every year, the Boise Open seems to come off without a hitch. Oh, the hitches, they do exist, but you never notice because this is such a well-oiled machine. And the man holding the oil can, well, his name is David Babcock. He is an indispensable leader and longtime tournament director who keeps his eye on absolutely every element of this event that makes the Boise Open so special. Months before the players arrive for the Boise Open and the fans pour through the gates to watch them, David Babcock and his team have been poring over every single detail, and the result is a tournament like no other. How proud are you of the amount of money that this thing has brought in for charity?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's really unheard of on the Corn Ferry Tour in particular. I don't know if there's a lot of PGA Tour events giving $3 million to charity, honestly.
Babcock started with the tournament way back in 1999 when he was handling publications.
And I got my eyes open. I'd never worked at a professional golf tournament before, so it was all like very deer in the headlights, that first year.
12 years later, he became tournament director and realized just how challenging the job truly is.
There's just a lot of moving parts, and we probably have, I think, like I say, we have 216 different expense account categories. There's a lot of, and that's another huge part of my job, of course, is watching the expenses. Jeff Sanders does all the sales, brings in all the revenue. I'm responsible for spending as little as possible so that we can give, $3 million to charity every year.
The PGA runs the golf competition, but everything else, the volunteers, the music, the security, the food, absolutely everything else stops with Babcock and his team of 6 year-round employees and 12 contract people. He says 95% of the details are routine now, but that extra 5% can be a doozy.
You've got to have wiggle room because things always change. Something always comes up. What if it rains, right? What if it's super windy one day and all the signs get blown over? What if, there's all, any number of factors that are going to affect, what you do.
When you're as successful as Babcock is, there are other tournaments who would love to steal him away, but Babcock says Boise is home.
My favorite thing about this tournament is just the community, rallying around it, and how much of it an institution it is, and just how much fun people have. That's what makes it worthwhile to me when I see people having a great time.
At Hillcrest Country Club, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6.
Stick around, a final word with Jeff when we come right back.
Idaho News 6, in your neighborhood.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. As the largest independent dealer of office technology and equipment in the U.S., we help businesses thrive and win by helping you find your total office solution for copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, telephone systems, data security, and more. Experience our uncommon commitment to customer service at pacificoffice.com. Problem solved.
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Good morning, Idaho.
Good Morning, Idaho. Weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on Idaho News 6.
Hey, it's me, food. I'm so much more than just what we eat. I'm hand-cut, fresh and frosted. I love it. Aw, I love you too. See, life is always something new. All messy, frantic, and amazing. And from where I sit, you look delicious. That's why every day is worth celebrating. If you can. Stay fresh. Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Albertsons.
Good morning, Idaho.
Rise and shine with Sophia Cruz and Roland Barris.
Telling the stories of your community live and right from where they're happening.
And we are getting a beautiful shot behind me to start our day.
With more morning reporters and more local coverage.
We'll have continuing coverage.
I'll continue to keep you updated here throughout the morning.
Because each and every morning,
we're proud to be in your neighborhood.
Good Morning, Idaho. Weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on Idaho News 6.
Well, that's about a quick hour right there. I wish we had two to really get into some of the other things. But Jeff, some final thoughts here for people that are coming out. Maybe, they may not be huge golf fans, but they'll catch the bug. That's what you want, right?
It is, and that's okay. If you don't play golf, still come out. I mean, come on out here and see what we're doing and be a part of it. And, it's a family event. Bring the family. I would encourage those who haven't bought a ticket yet to do buy one for Friday before they sell out. It's going to be a fantastic week. I would just say, come out and taste it, Come out and see it, be a part of it. And when you do, you'll know you'll be a part of a big event for Boise and an event that means so much to Boise and so many people.
Final plug for those charities again.
Well, I'll tell you what, buy those tickets and decide what charity you want the money to go to out of the 40 on the list. And the charities, again, here in Boise, we care so much about them. We want to make a difference in all of their lives. And hopefully we're doing that. I also want to have a shout out to Hillcrest Country Club because 35-year partner, we can't do it without this wonderful club. The members have been so great, and all the people that work here. Nolan and his team are terrific, and we just can't wait to get started tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's tee it up.
Let's tee it up.
All right, Jeff, as always, thank you
Don.
so much.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you on the course.